Trap Media USA, like, share, subscribe. Appreciate everybody tuning in. According to Dan Raphael from ESPN, we have another big fight in 2022. Erickson Lubin versus Sebastian Fundora, the very big 154 pounder. Had a lot of hype on his name with the reach and just everything. He's a spectacle at the weight class, being that big. So I think he has the reach of a heavyweight. But we have Lubin, who was in his shoes at one point, so it's a very fitting matchup. He was in his shoes as the next young guy, the Earl Spence of the division, when the new guys were setting their imprint on the game, making their mark. He was supposed to be one of the creams of the crop. Fought Charlo, took the big challenge early on, and it didn't work out for him. He ended up getting caught, ended up getting stopped. But he didn't let that stop him. He has since come back, beat the likes of Rosario, beat Terrell Boucher, and I believe somebody else. But he's just been doing everything it takes. He's working with Kevin Cunningham, and he's just constantly improving his game. And now he's taking that step on having his Charlo moment that happened with him. The new young guy on the block. He's coming up. He has a lot of hype behind him, and he's suspected to possibly be able to take over the 154 division. And Lubin has a chance to repeat history and stop that from happening and keep himself in position to get in that rematch with Jermell Charlo. So I think Lubin watches Fundora. I think Fundora is draining himself too much for the weight class. That jab is not gonna work. Like, it's one thing I want to tell you, tall fighters, you long fighters. If you don't have enough pop, you're not gonna be able to keep compact fighters off of you. They're gonna walk right through that jab, get to you, and get the business done. So that's how I see this fight going. He's gonna go in there and break him. Whether it's up top to the body, however, he's just too little, not enough power. He got to give his last fight, and I'm talking about Fundora. He got to give his last fight. I think at best, that fight should have been a draw, but I had the other guy beating him. He was another undefeated guy. That I believe it was his first fight over here in the U.S., and he came over here and gave Fundora that work. And I expect it to be even more devastating. This shouldn't be long. Lubin should go in there, handle his business, and make a real statement against Fundora and put the whole 154-pound division on notice. That's what I expect. Lubin, another one of my favorites, and 2022 is just starting off with a bang. We ended 2021 with a bang, and boxing keep heading in this direction. So this is from Mike Coppinger. Erickson Lubin and Sebastian Fundora are engaged in advanced negotiations for a 154-pound fight after the WBC ordered it. The fight will likely serve as the Showtime chief support bout to David Benavidez versus David Lemieux in the spring, which can land in Phoenix. So if this fight is in Phoenix, we already know what that atmosphere brings. I like boxing moving to different places. The Phoenix fans seem to support the Benavidez's, and this would be another big fight that I'm sure that they would appreciate. Trap Media USA, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate everybody who has been supporting. We're coming. We put in that work. Boxing, politics, entertainment, just a little bit of everywhere. So appreciate the love. Hope to see you in the comments. Let me know what you think.